Picture this. You're sitting with your friends, other moms who have gone through a divorce or are contemplating, who maybe didn't picture their lives co-parenting, but are there with you. You're sharing your stories, you're inspiring each other, validating and challenging each other through your shared experiences. You're belly laughing, tearing up, and enjoying your favorite cup of coffee all at the same time. You don't judge each other. You empower each other to continue on your journey, to heal, and to just be you, whatever that looks like. Welcome to Co-Parenting and Coffee. Welcome, everyone.
I always say good morning, no matter what time of the day it is. Good morning.
Good afternoon and good night. Very
Yeah,
Truman Show, right?
whenever you're listening. We are going to review our New Year's Grow Work. We're just the beginning of the new year, and we love a New Year's resolution, intention, however you want to think about it, and kind of a fresh start. And we've both thought about that a lot, and I'm excited to hear what you came up with, Allie.
Yeah. So, there are a lot of things I could have done with this,
Hmm.
but really I think what I just need is to focus on getting organized, whether it's in my house or with my schedule. Just being more organized, I think, is going to give me a greater sense of peace. And so that's going to be kind of my um sort of my mantra for the year, I'll call it.
I like it. And actually, mine is very similar. I think it really stems from, for me, when I'm organized or my house in particular,
Mhm.
is feeling organized or comfortable, I feel better, right?
Yeah.
It's being able to recognize that, not really put pressure on I think the things that don't work for me or that haven't worked for me in the past is always this like, okay, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to buy every box that ever existed, I'm going to put everything in. And so instead of approaching it that way for New Year's or for
Hmm.
is I really want to think about what does work for me and how it makes me feel.
Oh, I like that. Listening to your gut and to your how it makes you feel in your body. Yeah,
Right.
that's
And just
great.
like when you walk in a room and it just feels not so disorganized, it just feels better. And
Good.
so,
When you can find things, right?
yeah, that's so nice. Or when you haven't bought four of the same thing because
Yes.
you can't find it. So I've started it by my kitchen redo. I wouldn't call it a remodel, but
Glow up.
yeah, pulling everything out of my cabinets and putting stuff back where it makes more sense. And
Yeah,
that's already feeling better, even though I'm only three cabinets in. So,
good for you. I don't know, you've been talking about this project since you started it a few days ago, and
yeah.
it's been fun to see you tackle it. First of all, what you all need to know is Jill is like a spontaneous home redecorator, and she'll just go out and buy paint and do a room or
Hmm.
her deck or her kitchen, and it always
Whatever.
comes
Yeah.
out so cool. So I may need you to share pictures when you're done.
Oh, I would love to. As long as they're from afar because my work is a little shoddy.
No one said you needed to be a professional, right?
But you know what and I was saying this to the paint guy yesterday, is like I don't need perfection. Like almost no matter what I do, it's not going to be worse than what I started with.
Well, yeah, there
So as
you
long as
go.
it makes me feel better.
I don't know if you have this problem. As I think about what I want to feel from getting more organized, you definitely hit the nail on the head. But like, I am shocked by how much clutter comes with children.
Oh my God.
Like
Seriously.
the there is still an astounding amount of paper coming home from school. I'm surprised in 2024 that I'm seeing this much paper.
Yes.
And like I put what needs to be put in the recycling.
Hmm.
I try not to unload masterpieces, at least not obviously. Also, like the crap, like they'll come home with a paper clip that's like, I need to save this for the rest of my life. It's the most
Yeah.
special thing ever. And you're like, but it's a flippin' paper clip. Like, do we really need this?
Right. It's more
Oh
for me,
man.
the little toys.
Yes.
So like the little, I won't say a brand, but like the miniature-ish toys, like
Mhm.
they're just everywhere. Like,
Yes.
I mean, and we have girls. I mean, not
Yes.
that girls don't play with Legos or something, but it's like compared to Legos, but at least Legos, I feel like you can organize or like, but
Yeah.
it's just like there's just little doll things everywhere. And I'm
Everywhere.
like just like every corner of my house, I could pick up a little doll. I'm looking around right now to see if I
Yeah,
can.
the creep is real, right? Like keep it in one space. You can't contain it.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. So if anyone has any tips on how to keep kids organized, I welcome them.
Welcome. Please share.
Oh man. Well, anything else, Jill, on your end?
I don't think so. I think that's my big goal for this year. I have other goals, but that's the one that I'm really focusing on right now,
I like it. It's good. It'll help you get to your other goals. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Well, we're really excited to share our interview with Julie Burton. Coming
Yeah.
up, we're going to talk about teenagers.
Ah,
Ah.
and she's so fun and cool. So
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. See you soon. So we're so excited to welcome Julie Burton as our coffee date guest. Julie gives comic relief to moms, wives, and women around the world with her blunt real life stories on her popular Instagram and Twitter accounts at KSU Julie. Julie has built her personal brand to include over 122,000 organic followers on social media while being voted best Twitter and best Instagram in KC by The Pitch in 2022-2023. She's also a contributing author to the humor books But Did You Die? Setting the Parenting Bar Low by a bunch of know-it-alls and Will Work for Apples by Teachers' Pets. Julie is a born and raised Kansas Cityan. All the Swifties now say go Chiefs, and a mom of two teenage daughters. You can find her running around her neighborhood, downtown Overland Park, or showing off the greater Kansas City area to the world on her social media accounts. She's also one of the funniest women in Kansas City. I believe that. Good Morning America, The Today Show, BuzzFeed, Huffington Post, City Lifestyle Magazine, and the Pitch KC all say so. And her daughters do not think she's cool. I'm sorry. I'm dreading that day. Welcome,
you don't
Julie.
already have that? My 8-year-old
No,
already
I'm dreading it. I don't already have it. No, they think I'm awesome.
Yeah, no, they don't find me. I'm not cool to them at all or
Not
funny.
cool.
Julie, how old are your girls?
I have a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old, so a freshman and a senior.
A lot of eye rolling happening in your house.
Yeah, a lot of bra.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah, bra. They have their own language too. I don't.
Do they tell you you're cringe?
I think that word's out now.
Well, the 11-year-olds now say cringe. It's trickle down slang, I guess. Thanks for coming on, and we're excited to talk about co-parenting with teenagers, and we might touch on a couple of other things with you while you're here with us.
Yeah.
But tell us your story and what's inspired you to put this, your content out into the world.
As far as my divorce, I got divorced about 4 years ago. I feel like as far as my Instagram, I started with a blog, like when blogs are popular, like mommy blogs in 2009. I kind of just moved it to social media because that's just kind of where things are now. And like I might even start a newsletters. I feel like I don't know, it shifts like how people want their like content. That's how I got started. So I've been tweeting, writing little jokes like that since I think that was like 2009. I got divorced 4 years ago. So my kids were probably in middle school when that happened. But now they're in high school. So yeah, they're pretty open about me talking about my life. And they know I write and they know what I do. Any picture I put, I ask their permission. Yeah, it's just kind of shit. But yeah, they're pretty cool with it. Like we get recognized in Kansas City and they roll their eyes.
I told my oldest daughter, who's just about 11, if that I have a podcast. She's like, "Are you famous?" I'm like, not really, no. So my daughters would be very impressed. Just say that.
With divorce, I feel like there's certain topics people just don't talk about. Like I know a lot of people when they get divorced, they don't ever write we got divorced. They don't tell social media, they just kind of tell their friends, or they'll switch their profile picture to like just them and the kids. Like that's like very obvious to me what happens.
Oh yeah, that's the telltale sign.
Yeah, so when I did announce our divorce, yeah, I lost a ton of followers.
Really?
I lost like thousands of followers.
Wow.
I know. I was shocked by that. I think maybe it might hit too close to home to people when you do mention divorce. it's more about them than me. Like I'm sure they don't care
Yes.
if they're married or divorced, but I think it's more about pointing it out that people do get divorced. And I think it's just hitting too close to home. I'm suspecting. I don't know, but
Yeah.
um,
No,
No,
I
I would agree with that. And it's sort of like, suddenly it feels like it's contagious. It's like,
right.
you're not going
Yeah.
to catch divorce from me.
Yeah. That, and then the loss of friendships, like in real life. I did not see that coming at all. And just the way my family treated like everything. Like it just came as a shock to me. Like there's no support.
yeah.
Yeah, it was tough.
It can be a lonely experience, even if you have people who in your life who care and who want to be there for you, just
Right.
because divorce is not something, like, unless you've been through it, like, you don't
Yeah.
know. We
Yeah.
were just talking about that, Jill and I.
And
Yeah.
especially with kids. I mean, I think, at least in my experience, because my daughter was so young, parenting can be really isolating in general because like you get like this week my daughter was sick. So I was
Mhm.
home all week with her. I felt trapped in my house because, I'm a single mom and I don't have necessarily the support. I mean, I have so many good, friends and family and my husband, but he works all the time.
Yeah.
But it feels very isolating in general, I think, parenting. And then when you're
Right.
getting divorced, it's even more isolating.
I think the worst thing ever, which it's still like it's actually this is like timely right now, is waking up on Christmas without your kids. Like that is so hard. Like this year I get my kids. Next year I won't. So this year they'll wake up with me, but then they'll go to their dad's Christmas Day. Same thing when they wake up with him, they'll come over to my place like
Yeah,
later.
that's how we do it
Yeah,
too.
when you're actually waking up in bed and there's just no one there, I'm like
Mhm.
that's just not it's
Yeah.
the worst of the
Yeah.
worst
Hard.
as far as
Is it
divorce.
is it different though when they're older? I'm not don't want to diminish that feeling for you, but I think about when they're, there's Santa Claus, and there's the excitement on Christmas morning to wake up, and sometimes they're up at like 5:30 in the morning, which is
Yeah.
is the other side of the coin. When
Yeah.
they're not with you, you're like, well, at least I'm not up at 5
Yeah,
a.m.
that's true. That's true.
Does it feel different with teenagers in the house?
Um, as far as you mean Christmas or just in general?
Yeah, Christmas
Um,
morning
I mean now obviously they know there's Santa, but yeah, they'll go around like they'll go to like my place, their dad's place, and then both the grandparents. So they just go around picking up all their loot, like to each
Right.
other.
All their presents, yeah.
Yeah. So they see it as they they have four stockings, So yeah, so they like it. It's just, just a bunch of gift giving gifts for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're fun. They're funny. Like Emma drew like penises on like the wrapping paper, like just like, and she drew like boobs on the polar bear. I'm like, okay, like they're funny, but
I bring this to your father's house. I guess one of my questions is, because we have younger kids, if you could say something that you could expect or something that you weren't kind of envisioning when you first got divorced and now you're experiencing with teenagers, what's something that we can prepare for?
I think a lot of people ask me like, don't you miss your kids? You only have them half the time,
Yeah.
and I do. But with teenagers, whether me or my ex Scott, like we don't see them a lot in general because they're with their friends. Like they're
Right.
not like, and they drive, so like they're off in their cars doing God knows what. It's more about their social life, and so
Right.
we're both losing them. Like they're growing up. So one's a senior, she's going to college next year. So like
Right.
we're going to be empty nesters. Like once Kate's a freshman, and we're close to empty nesters. So eventually we're both losing them. It doesn't like
Mhm.
really. They're just growing up. I think by the time they're teenagers, it's more about their friends. It's not about the parents anymore. So that's one thing to prepare for is like they're getting independent and they're kind of losing them anyway for everyone,
Yeah.
whether they're not.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's just one thing to prepare for. Just they're going to grow up. They're not going to be like you're not going to tuck them in bed every night. Like they're going to be
Right.
out till midnight. Like I don't know.
What about arguments? Like I think about it because I have an 8-year-old thinks she's a teenager. Like if you're arguing with one of your daughters and then they bring in the other parent, like I
Yeah,
see that a lot happen. And then, they're like, I want to live with dad, or I don't want to, whatever. Like,
yeah.
have you experienced that type of situation
I
or?
think at the beginning I did. I think for all kids. I think middle school is a really hard age to parent. It's probably one of the hardest ones.
Yeah.
Like puberty, like the tween age. Once they kind of get out of puberty, like after puberty, and like an actual like high schooler, they kind of settle into them like how their true adult selves are. I mean, they could still be hormonal and like fight and stuff, but it's just there's a lot more chill, I guess. And Kate's just now getting out of my freshman. She's just now getting out of like that tween stuff. She's finally starting to be like, okay, you're cool now. Like I don't know, I think toddlers and tweens are like the hardest ages. In my experience, it's just all about their social life and their friends to them.
I have stepkids that are teenagers, and I've had the experience where they're not really like that. Like in the tween age, they're more like wanting to be with you, and then it's like something's up. Like this is not normal, So I don't know. It's like you want them to be social and go fly and do their thing and all that stuff, and then you can have the opposite experience too, which is hard. I don't know. Kids are just hard no matter what.
So the first guy I dated after my divorce, he had a 5-year-old at the time and a teenager, or I think she was a year older than my oldest. So yeah, that was hard to like for me to go back to like, let's go out to dinner. And he's like, well, I need a babysitter. I'm like,
right.
I'm like so done with like that. So that was hard, like going back to like whoever you're dating, like their kid, like that age.
Right.
Some sort like you're not used to having teenagers, so it's different. And then the guy I'm dating now, he also has a senior girl and he has 2 older boys who are out of the house. So that works out a little bit easier. It's more like in line with like my lifestyle, I guess. I saw phase in parenting. Yeah, dating was tough.
Tell us a little bit about what that experience has been like for you and your girls, and like how how your relationship is with your ex now, and that's a lot of things, but
yeah. Our relationship, I feel like Scott and I, my ex, we get along, like we co-parent great. Like I always tell people, like he's married now, but I tell people like he's an awesome dad. He's a terrible husband. So like, I know he's married now, but like whatever.
Right.
So we get like the only time I talk to him is about co-parenting. So I don't I talk to him every day anymore. But we get along great. Like all we have to do is raise the kids. So so that's how I am with him. When I first started dating, I met Will like in person. Like I wasn't on an app. It was before COVID. And so we dated for about 2 years. My kids did not like him at all, like at all. And I think part of it was just, mom's the first guy after her dad. I think that was like, that was hard. Like I would be wary of like whoever you date the first one after your divorce, because I don't know, my kids just did not like it. Yeah, my kids are actually, he had a 5-year-old. My kids are actually mean to her too, which I'm like, that is not acceptable to me. Like that little girl did nothing to you. That's be mean to him all you want, but do not be mean to his kids.
Yeah.
That was hard. So I think part of that might have played a role in the relationship ending. I'm not blaming the kids at all, but it was just hard. It's hard to do that if your kids don't like them.
Yeah.
So then after that, I dated like on the apps like a lot. So, and I met my current boyfriend on Bumble. And I tell people like, when'd you meet? I'm like, well, it was like a year and a half ago, but like I was dating him and like a lot of guys. So like, I don't know when you could say like when I started dating him, it's like then, became like official. So later, but yeah. And same thing with him. He's dating a bunch of women. So like until we decided.
I feel like that's how you date, right?
Yeah. Like, I know. I'm like how long have you been dating? I'm like, well, I guess you could say last June. I don't know. I don't know, but he's awesome. My kids love him. Love his kids. It's just a lot easier when your kids are the same age, I will say. So yeah, but yeah, we get along great. We go on vacations together, and yeah, he's cute. His name's Russ.
That's a cute name too.
I know. He's actually a third too, which I think is cool.
Oh, that is cool. Are you guys still living separately? Like
so I live in a part of, it's more urban part, I guess. And he lives more in the suburbs. Like I don't know how to describe it. We will be moving in together in May, so that'll be exciting because my lease will be up. So that's why it's May. So we will. Yeah, so the girls actually we're gonna go there tonight. The girls will pick out which room they want in his house and paint colors, and so it'll be fun.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm excited to move in. Plus, I'll save so much money in rent.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 2 houses if you
two income household. Yeah.
Yeah.
it'll be a lot easier, as it's tough being like a single mom with one income. Like it is hard.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then that, like, I think a bigger shock with divorce too is like you separate your assets or whatever, like cars, like the big stuff, but then like the little things, like the silverware, like you can't split silver, you can't, I don't know. So it's like it's like the little things that's kind of a pain. Like I had to go out and buy like new plates and silverware, and like I never had a kitchen knife for a long time. Like
Right.
it's just all those little things. And there's no divorce registry, which, because society we don't celebrate divorce. Like no one,
Right.
or somewhere it's like basically like we celebrate, like we give gifts for like weddings and stuff, but once they divorce, there's like nothing. They just watch you like break down on social media. Like they don't,
Right.
no one
Well, and
offers. You've been through a
perhaps
divorce.
some divorces should be celebrated.
I know.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, unless you've been through a divorce, you don't know. I think that's part of it. And that people, again, it scares them with their own marriage. They don't want to like reach out and
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the loss of friends too. I think that was like, I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you say a little more about that? And I mean, I experienced that too, and also found some amazing friends. I mean, Jill is one of them. Yeah, I'm through the process. So can you share a little more about what that experience was like?
Yeah. So my friends, when I was married, it was more about proximity. Just like our neighbors. Like we would just go hang out with neighbors a lot. I'm trying to think or like we went to college together. So like his friends' wives, so like those were my friends too. So like in the divorce, obviously I knew I'd be losing like his cousins and like those type of friends. Like I just knew that was probably going to end. But he kept the house, so the neighbors and all my friends, all my neighbors, like they just stopped talking to me. Like they not that they're like mad. Like I could totally like text them like, hey, do you want to get brunch? Like they'll be like, yeah. But they just stopped looking out for me. They stopped like checking in, see if I need anything. They just stopped because I think they felt they had to kind of cling to Scott just because he still lives there. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I get it, and it's not that I'm mad. Like at
Right.
that time, I'm like frustrated, but now there's just like whatever. But and then again, like his friends' wives, like they kind of stayed with Scott because they kind of had to because it's like his
Right.
friends.
Right.
Then I realized like I don't have any like real friends like that are mine. So that was hard. So I moved to an apartment down the street here, and that's how I met a lot of people in the apartment. So I did all those social events. I went to like writing workshops in Kansas City.
Mhm.
People who had like my similar interests. Like I had to go find those people.
Right.
I'm trying to think where else I found friends. Yeah, just it's kind of like you kind of have to like gather friends where you can. It's hard doing it as like in your 30s.
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, I think like from our group through Jane Does Well and stuff, I've got some like amazing relationships and friends because these other women have gone through a divorce too. So it's like you have that shared experience, right? And
Yeah.
it bonds you in certain ways. Like you get it, you know?
Yeah. And now I have like an awesome friend group. So like, yeah, none of them know my ex. So like that's even great, like better. So like
Isn't it so weird though? It's like a new life. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And
like
like
your
yeah,
next,
like new
yeah.
boyfriend, new friends, and
Right.
yeah, but I think the loss of friendships like hurt me the most. I think mostly because I didn't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, I'm like, oh yeah, we'll still be friends, they'll still hang out. But now like no, they kind of clung to Scott. So yeah, that was hard for me.
Part of my thought is this is kind of the time of year where a lot of people are probably either have decided to get divorced or
Mhm.
in a week from now are gonna decide to get divorced, and the lawyers are gonna have their boom season, I call it.
Yeah, isn't
Um
it January? I think it's the most I can't remember.
yes,
Yeah.
it's
After
January. I don't know if it's a New Year's resolution thing or what, but
Oh yeah.
um in thinking about your experience with middle schoolers when you split and teenagers now, like what would you tell a parent who is thinking they're going to get a divorce, and what do you wish you knew?
I think again, like find your support people. And make sure whether it's your family, like whatever, find someone because you're going to go through a dark time. I think every single person went through like something, whether it's like weight loss or like drinking heavily, like there's just like a dark time. But you need someone there to help you through it, or even a therapist.
Yeah.
Um, I think that'd be the biggest thing to do. And then that and like getting your financials in order. Like I went to the first bank I saw and opened up my own account and put, I think I put like $20 in there. Like I just, so I had it like, cause we had a shared account. And like, I need to figure out my own stuff. Like, again, even with like retirement stuff, like everything, all the assets, I had to figure out, okay, where's this all going? I don't know what to do with it. It's like all my name now. So I don't know. So like that part, so like, I don't know, finding someone to like help you get your financials straight too.
Yeah.
Especially with divorce, like all the legal stuff too. Yeah, with lawyers' fees and stuff like that. I got divorced during COVID, through a Zoom call.
Oh
So
my gosh, yes, one of the
yeah,
many.
there was like the judge, my attorney, Scott, me. Like it was like this. It was weird.
Yeah.
But I didn't wear pants. Like so yeah, so I'm like, I got divorced wearing pants. That and like making sure your kids are, I mean, ideally want them like happy, but I just check in on your kids a lot. Like do special things with them and make your own like traditions too. Like there's like, I think I watched Bad Moms Christmas came out around then, and Kate was like, I think she was like probably 8 or 9 or 10. Like in that age, I was watching it and it's like, Emma's a little bit older, she got it, but like I'm like, oh, this is like you should not be watching. This is way too much. But every year since then, like let's watch Bad Moms Christmas. It's like their favorite like movie, like to watch, it's
That's
like
a new tradition. I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, just making like picking out our own stockings, like doing like just making your own traditions, whether it's Christmas or not. I try
Yeah.
to take them to some kind of trip in the summer, just us three. For 2 of those summers, I took them to Chicago just because it's easy. It's like a quick flight and it's cheap. Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely make your own traditions with your kids. I think
Right.
is a big one.
Well,
Yeah.
and Julie, it's it sounds to me, but I'd really love for you to maybe expand on this. It sounds like your girls are doing really well. As I think about when I was in the position of making a decision, other moms that Jill and I have talked to in our group, you're in that spot where you're like, I think I need to get out of this, but I'm afraid of what
Mhm.
it's going to do to my kids. Like,
Yeah.
tell us about how they're doing, and to the extent that you're willing to share.
Yeah. Again, I think it was a hard time, especially when I was dating. At the beginning, like they didn't like that, and I don't know how they felt about their dad dating. So I think he met his wife around the same time I started dating too. So like, and he got married last year. Yeah, I don't know how they felt, but they were just mean to me like a lot, and I think a lot of it's just because of the divorce. But they kind of grew out of that. I think tweens are like the hardest age to parent. So like once they kind of get out of that and they're teenagers, I don't know, they become like a person, like I don't know, like an adult, like their own thoughts and stuff. So like they're always like, you see your kids like a little extension of you, but then like once they're a teenager, they're not, they're their own person. So yeah, they have their own feelings on like their own dating life, and like getting married. I think Emma said she's never getting married, so like I don't think that's true, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, it just makes them more well-rounded, I think. They kind of roll with the flow a lot, like they're just as they get older, it's just easier for them, I guess, open-minded too. And they know, like, yeah, mom's a woman who dates, who sleeps with their boyfriend, like they yeah, they're I don't know, it's a lesson they learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fine. Like I say they're fine now, but they're just like they're typical teenagers, but
Yeah.
it's a
Well,
lot
that's all
easier.
you want, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
them to be normal, healthy,
yeah.
teenagers, which comes with a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, like why is this vodka frozen? Like it shouldn't be frozen. They yeah, they're typical teenagers, but no, I mean we did get through it. I mean, they're happy and they're funny.
Yeah.
I think you'll go through a little bit dark time. But in the end, I think they can see it's much better. Like mom's happy, dad's happy. We have our own houses, our own traditions. They love Russ. They love that little family that we're creating with Russ and his families. It does get easier. You have to get through it. Like once
Yeah.
it's the same with divorce. Like once you're through like the legal stuff and like separating stuff, and then like once it's done and like everything's in print and it is how it is, like that. It's easy and it's like free. It's
Right.
free.
The dust does settle. Yeah, for sure.
It does. Being able to take I remember being able to take like a complete, like full breath in because I was holding my breath for such a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of women, me included, lose yourself a
Uh-huh.
lot of pieces of yourself in a relationship or marriage, long term especially. And
Yeah.
then your kids get to watch you find yourself and
Right.
figure that out, which is, they may not recognize it when it's happening, but
For sure. And I think they get to see like making my own friends with my interests too. So like I'm just a happier person, like on my own.
Yeah. Well, I do have one more question because we call ourselves
oh
co-parenting
yeah, coffee.
So, so do you drink? Yeah, Jill's got her Dunkin'. Do you
Sure.
drink coffee? And like, what's your favorite? Whether it's like coffee out or what you drink at home? Like,
I would say I do love peppermint mochas. Those are my favorite, like
Good
from
time of
Starbucks.
year.
Yeah,
I knew
I try and like shop local, like local coffee shops.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll have Starbucks sometimes, but yeah, I try and do local coffee shops. So yeah, peppermint mocha. Pumpkin spice is okay. I can have like one a season, like once it turns cold for the fall. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can have one and then I'm done. I'm like, no. But no, peppermint mocha I like to drink all year.
Finally, I have an iced person.
Yeah. Not now. Usually I go to seasons, but
Yeah.
yeah. But my kids love ice. Like they will in the morning make themselves iced coffee even in the winter. Like they don't even
Yeah,
drink.
I drink ice, all year.
Yeah. So they love
Yeah.
it.
Maybe it's because I'm like a teenager.
Maybe you are. You're a secret Gen Zer. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, Julie, I know at the top of this, we talked about your Instagram. Where can people find you?
Instagram's my biggest outlet. It's KSU Julie. And then I'm on Facebook. I think it's Julie Burton Writer, Twitter, X, Threads. I don't do TikTok. I'm on there, but I don't have time for that. Like I'm on it to watch people, but like I don't and I really don't make reels either. Like I just don't like I don't have the time.
Yeah.
I'm a writer. If you look at my page, it's just all words.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see a picture, but I'll have a big caption. It's usually like a writing, it's a serious piece. I do have a pinned on my feed, stuff about divorce too. People can interested in divorce stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And there
Awesome.
And
every
we'll
day.
attach all your links to our podcast
Okay,
so
cool.
you can find you.
Cool.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for
you.
joining us. It's been a pleasure.
We have a new segment for you, and we're calling it My Stories. How we're really thinking about this and how this came about is during our support groups or when we talk to other people that have either are going through divorces or co-parenting. Although our stories are very different, there's a lot of similarities, right? And that's something that we get often, and the stories can be so different, but this piece that you really have experienced together or both understand makes such a huge difference, because then you don't feel so alone in your experience. So we want you to share your stories. Now, the stories can be, if you're going through a divorce, a good story, a hopeful story. You can share whatever story, a co-parenting story, because all of these stories, we're sure that someone in our community or a lot of people in our community have commonalities in.
Mhm.
It's important for people to understand that they're not alone in this process of getting divorced and of co-parenting.
And we're hopeful that this can help to start discussions, among you on our social media sites, and get people connected to each other to really find community and, like Jill said, feel less alone. That's really what we're hoping to accomplish.
So please share your stories. We have a contact us on our website. You can send them through our social media, which is all linked on our podcast, through our Instagram or Facebook group. And when we share your story, it will be anonymous. So we will read it, and it's an anonymous story. So make sure you're submitting your stories because we're excited to hear them.
Yeah, we're really excited for this part. And you have another announcement.
I'm so excited. I'm going to do a drum roll.
Okay.
It's not good.
No, that didn't do it. But
No.
but we're excited to announce that we're going to start a co-parenting and coffee support group. So we're going to transfer the coffee and conversation to live, synchronous over Zoom. And we'd love to know if you're interested in participating in a support group for people who are co-parenting. If you want to join us, you can get in touch with us. Jill mentioned on our website, coparentingandcoffee.com, on our Instagram page or our Facebook group. We haven't set a date yet or a time, but We really do want to know what the interest level is before we do that. So let us know. And we hope you'll
And just so you know, the support group will not be recorded. This is all private.
Yep, private and a safe space to share things, and what happens there stays there. So we hope you'll join us for a cup of co-parenting and coffee live and on Zoom. So more to come. Otherwise, we hope everyone stays healthy and safe.
And we will see you next time.
See you next time. Thanks. Thanks for joining us for Co-Parenting and Coffee. This podcast is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal advice on any subject matter. If you liked our podcast, feel free to drop us a review. We'd appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you next time for a cup of coffee and a chat with another expert on co-parenting.